Today comes in three main parts. Part 1. Why do people steal? What makes it okay in their mind to take something that someone else has worked for and has earned? If they took the time and effort that they put into planning and actually pulling off their little thefts, and they put it towards something that's actually worthwhile and productive, they would be much better off. Here within the last year or so, there have been a lot of news stories about people, especially in this area, in the Appalachia area, stealing copper. Whether it's stripping copper off of companies, or whether it's off of buildings, a church building, stealing off of houses. There was one story where they had actually gone into an elderly woman's home while she was sleeping in the middle of the night and stripped copper out of the wiring in her house. And then there was another one where they had climbed underneath, through the crawl space, underneath the house, and stole copper piping so they could sell it and then get some money. You know, if they actually took all that time and they knew that much, they could probably be a plumber and make a lot more money. It's ridiculous. There have also been a lot of stories in the news, in my area particularly, where people have broken into churches and stolen money from either their fast offering, their tithing, or even stolen computers out of labs, because there's a Catholic school nearby that has computer labs set up, laptops and all that, and people broke in and stole the laptops from this school. Question: why do we celebrate the person born and not the mother who birthed the child, or the parents? As we consider birthdays, if you think of the actual word birth and the day that you were born, it is something that happens to you. It's not something that you do or something that you accomplish. You have no control over it. I guess you could say with a mother that she doesn't have much control over it either, but she has to go through that whole long period of pregnancy, so in a way she earns the celebration at the end when she actually gives birth, because she's gone through a lot, and especially in the last portion in the actual birthing process, goes through all the pain and everything. So why shouldn't she be the one that's celebrated on the birthday rather than the child that was born? That's not to say that the day isn't important for the person that was born, because obviously it marks the biggest point in their life, when, you know, not necessarily when their life actually began. That's a whole another issue and debate of when life actually begins. Question: what is the purpose of mourning? Several years ago, I had lost some people that were close to me, and I was in a flea market, and I was looking at biographies because I wanted to read about some other people's lives and how it was portrayed by someone writing about them. And I had talked to the man that was running the booth at the bookstore, and I told him a little bit about what had happened and why I was looking for biographies. And something he said that has always stuck with me is that we don't mourn for the people we have lost. We mourn for ourselves because we have lost them, and we have to continue on living this life without them. I found this to be a profound truth, and I've kept it with me ever since. It helped me get through several more deaths that I've had to live through and live on without these people. My mother was one of them. She passed away May of last year in 2010. And since then, you know, I've come to an understanding of what mourning is for, what the purpose of it is for myself. It may be different for other people, and there are different types of mourning for different situations. I've had quite a few different people die in various ways, in unexpected ways, throughout my life. Part 2. New developments and updates. The Right Club. The Right Club is a collab channel that I'm involved with. There'll be a link down below in the doobly-doo, and I'll put one up here, so you can click on that, and that'll take you to the channel. There are 7 writers. We have come together. We're all doing NaNoWriMo. Each day, the assigned person is going to post a video on that day, Monday through Sunday, so every single day. Throughout the month of November, there will be a new video posted. You can look at my previous videos, and that has more information about it. You can go to the actual channel. It has schedules, what topics are going to be talked about each week, and you can follow along there. NaNoWriMo starts in 2 days, so that's our big focus for this next month. By next weekend, there will be 2 new additions to my family. It may not be what you think it'll be, but I'll show you when it comes time. Part 3, and last part. I like to play 20 questions, and I can never get anybody to play that game with me. So I am going to start it here. I'm thinking of something. Below in the comments, you ask the questions, and I will answer them in the comment. And on my next video, if it has already been determined what it is I'm thinking about, I'll announce that. This is something I'd like to try, because I like playing this game, and I think it'd be really interesting. And I'll put a link below to the actual, like there's an original type 20 question game here online that you can play, and you can think of something and answer the questions that the computer actually asked you, and a lot of the time it's right. And lastly, to close, I just wanted to say that my videos here are all going to be sponsored by, of course, my website, myneedynation.com. That's a website where you can go, you can ask questions, you can ask for help, and anyone that is a member of it, of course it's free, they can help answer questions, help with whatever you need, whether it's you need to come up with a slogan or something for writing, or if it's video questions or poetry or just anything. If someone on there can help you, you ask questions, let them know what you need, and then work out, and hopefully somebody will be able to help you. I'm working on building up the number of people. I've been calling it the nation, building the nation. That's what I'm trying to do. I just want it to be a community where you can go in, you can ask questions, you can offer suggestions, offer advice, actually help someone, communicate back and forth, and also there's going to be, or there is, an area where you can make suggestions of what kind of little things can we do for people, whether it's people we know or don't know, that can have some impact on them. It can be small things, big things. Can be taking up a collection for a family at a holiday time, or it can be just helping someone take out the trash, or helping clean up a park. I did that one once. Just suggesting things like that, and people actually doing little things, because most people aren't comfortable going out and doing something big because it's awkward, and they're afraid people are going to look at them, or they don't have time, whatever. But that's the whole point. You can go, I'll put a link to that also, and I'll put one up here, myneedynation.com. And last thing, I like quotes. I like to find a lot of quotes. So at the beginning of this video, there was a quote up on the screen. I'm going to put a different quote at the end. That's how I'm going to close.